Hello everyone, welcome back to some odd stories. Some Missouri teenager survives record ride on a tornado. 19-year-old Matt Suter had often remarked to his friends that he would like one day to see a tornado. He never said he actually wanted to be in one though. On March 12, 2006, Matt was just relaxing in his boxer shorts, watching the television news with his Uncle Robert Dewhurst and grandmother Linda Kelly in their mobile home outside of Fordland, Missouri. They began to notice a terrible roar approaching the mobile home court, a roar that got louder and louder, as if some jet aeroplanes were bearing down on them. Matt got up to shut the window, but before he was successful, both the window and the door were sucked right out of the trailer. He remembers seeing that the walls, roof and floor were moving. Later he would learn that winds in excess of 150 miles per hour were turning the mobile home upside down. And then those powerful winds just pulled him out of the trailer and took off with him into the night. A heavy glass lamp knocked him unconscious, and when he awakened, he was lying in some soft grass in an open field. Matt had no doubt that a tornado had swept down on them. He could see no lights in the direction of the trailer court, and he had no idea if his grandmother and his uncle were alive or dead. He set off running toward the court and saw debris from the homes everywhere. He assumed that neither of them had survived that kind of destruction, so he ran to the home of his best friend. Although Linda Kelly and Robert Dewhurst were buried in the wreckage of the mobile home, they both survived. Mrs. Kelly wanted to go searching for her grandson, and she prayed that she wouldn't find him dead. Matt Suter arrived at Cornelison home, bleeding from a wound to his head and limping from his cut and bruised bare feet. After a few hours, the family was reunited, and thankfully they were all alive. Later, a meteorologist with a global positioning satellite device used by the National Weather Service measured the distance that Matt Suter had been carried from the mobile home to the pasture as 1,307 feet. Tom Grazoulis, an author and tornado researcher, said that distance is the farthest that anyone has ever been carried by a tornado and lived. Dr. Ron Buening placed 5 surgical staples in Suter's head wound and said that the teenager's lack of other serious injuries corroborated his account. The doctor, pronouncing Matt the luckiest man on earth, stated that if Suter had been blown across the mobile home court into the field, he would have received many more cuts, bruises, and body surface wounds than he did. Dr. Buening said that there was no question in his mind that Matt Suter had survived the longest trip on a twister on record. Imagine that. Was it a good thing he was unconscious at that time? I think it probably was, because if he was awake, can you imagine the sheer panic? Wowzers. Many blessings.